Hello everyone, welcome to solve this math Olympiad geometry problem, and here we have an equilateral triangle inscribed in a circle, and here we have the circumference of the circle is 16 pi, and our target is to find the perimeter of this equilateral triangle. So here you remember one thing is that it is equilateral triangle. It means that the length of all these three sides are equal, and here we have this is the radius of the circle and we will denote it by r. So in order to find the perimeter of this equilateral triangle, here we first draw an perpendicular line from this center to the side of the equilateral triangle. So we draw this perpendicular line, so it means that this angle should be 90. And if we suppose that the angle of radius and one side of the equilateral triangle is 30 degree, so that we find the perimeter of this equilateral triangle. And here I will suppose that the length of this side from this part is x, so that here you see that we are given that in this question the circumference of the circle is 16 pi. So we know that what is the formula of circumference of the circle. So here we use the formula of circumference of circle. It is equals to 2 pi r, and we are given that the circumference of this circle is 16 pi. So we substitute here and we obtain 16 pi equals to 2 pi r. And here we solve this and we easily find the value of r, and it is, we move this 2 pi in the left hand side and we obtain 16 pi over 2 pi. And in the next step we cancel this pi and we have 2 8 is a 16, so you get the value of r equals to 8. So it means that the radius of the circle will becomes 8. And now in the next step our target is to focus on to find the length of the one side of the equilateral triangle. So here first you see that the this smaller right triangle which is inscribed in an equilateral triangle and circle, and you see that this is the right angle. So this side is called the hypotenuse and this side is called its base and this side is called its perpendicular or altitude. So here we use you know that in an right triangle we have a trigonometric ratio cos of 30. So if you focus on this triangle, we know that cos of 30 equals to base over hypotenuse. So in this smaller right triangle we have our base is denoted by small x and radius and hypotenuse is r. It is the radius of the circle, and we know that the value of cos 30 is equals to square root 3 over 2. So here we substitute the value of cos 30 and it is square root 3 over 2 equals to x over r, and we have the value of r is 8. So it will becomes 8. So this implies that we move this 8 in the left hand side and you get the value of x equals to 8 multiplied by square root 3 over 2. So these are cancelled by each other and we get the value of x will be 4 times of square root of 3. So it means that the value of this x will be 4 times of square root of 3. And you see here this x be the length of hair to hair. And we know that if we draw an altitude or draw a line from the center of the circle to the sides of the triangle, so it bisect the side of this equilateral triangle in equal parts, or it means that this point is called the median of this side of the equilateral triangle. So if we have the, if I can denote the length of this side is x, it means that the length of remaining part is also x. So we have the length of the equilateral triangle will becomes 2x. So if the length of this side is 2x, then we write it as, first we find the value of x here. So we know that this whole length equals to 2x, so that it will be equals to 2 times of x equals to 2 times of the value of x will be 4 times of square root of 3. So we have the length of side of equilateral triangle is length of the side equals to 8 times of square root of 3, because we have this total length is 2 times of x. So 2 times of x will becomes 8 times of square root of 3. And we know that in order to find the perimeter, we have three sides of this equilateral triangle, and all the length of each side are equal. So it means that the length of this side also 8 into square root 3, and the length of this side is also 8 into square root of 3. So in order to find the perimeter, we know that the perimeter is the length of, is the sum of length of all the sides of triangle. So we have three sides, so its perimeter will becomes 8 times of square root 3 plus 8 times of square root 3 plus 8 times of square root 3. We add 3 times and you get 24 times of square root of 3. So this is the parameter of the given equilateral triangle which is inscribed in a circle. So here you see that this is our final answer. And thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also please like this video. Thank you so much again, and bye bye.